Greetings folks, Tango Joe here. Welcome to the show. Today we're doing a collaboration with the new hashtag, Ribs and a Side. We'll be right back. That's right, we're going to make ribs and a side dish. The ribs we're using are beef short ribs. Check these things out. I have eight short ribs, 7 of them with some pretty good meat, and one's a little thin. All we're going to do with these, we're going to trim a little bit of the fat cap off the top, just a little bit of it, and we're going to coat it with Sang's stir-fry oil. Thank the Root Boy for turning us on to Sang stir-fry oil. And I am not going to be doing salt and pepper, sorry. I'm going to be doing Midnight Espresso beef ribs with coffee rub. Can't beat that, really. So that's what we're doing for our ribs. When I get these done, the next time you'll see them is when they're coated and going on the Weber Smoky Mountain. The side dish we're making today is something you might not have heard of. We're making Farro Salad, chilled Farro Salad. Here's the farro. It's a great grain. We'll tell you more about this a little later. Let's trim these up and season them up, and hey, someone's hitting me up, and get them out in the Weber. We'll be back. Thank you for joining us. Okay, so we're going to be putting the ribs on the Weber Smoky Mountain. 2 of these ribs, almost 2.5, came out a lot less meat than I was hoping. Around here, we don't get beef ribs that often, so when you see them, you nab them. And some of them there's a couple that are nice and thick like these, and there's a couple that are nice and thin. I'll still use the bones for bone broth anyway. So we're going to put them on the Weber Smoky Mountain and just let them cook. I might not show you doing that because you've probably seen people put beef ribs on the Weber Smoky Mountain. Let's do this, then make our side. Because it's Ribs and a Side on YouTube. Okay, while the beef ribs are on the Smoky Mountain, we're going to make up the side dish, our Farro Salad. What we did even earlier this morning is we mixed up the dressing, like a jar of dressing here. The dressing is just red wine vinegar, olive oil, some basil leaves, garlic, and Rome is burning, our Italian seasoning. I mean, there's not much of it. You don't need a whole bunch. And I'll tell you what, smell that. So that's just been sitting in the fridge all morning. Right now we have a little bit of warm water in our pot, 4 cups of water and 1.5 cups of farro. Look at that. This is interesting stuff. You probably can't see that. Well, farro, that's what it is. We're going to put this in, bring it to a boil, and then bring it down to a simmer, let it simmer for about 25 minutes. And then we'll let it cool down to room temperature and add our olives, tomatoes, the dressing, and get this done. It's going to be great. Don't forget the red onion. So let's get this boiling. We'll go out and check the ribs in a little bit because it's Ribs and a Side, man. Go check out all the other videos. Remember, just type in hashtag Ribs and a Side. It should bring you to all the videos. Anyway, let's go. Start to boil. We're going to boil water, and I did watch Jeff at Bologna Ring Ranch. I'll put a link to his video, how to boil water, man. Anyway, let's get this done. And there's the obligatory view of the farro at simmer. We'll simmer for 20-25 minutes, then let it cool to room temperature. So now we're going to mix up the farro salad. We have the farro, which we cooked, and now it's just room temperature. I'm going to put it in a bowl, but I'll show you what else I'm putting in there. We have sliced olives, little canned sliced olives. And I put them on a paper towel just to drain them out. Same thing with the tomatoes. Took the cherry tomatoes, cut them in half, and laid them face down on some paper towels. And it drains a lot of that embryonic fluid, the tomato juice, and it pulls a lot of the seeds out too. And they were in the fridge for a couple of hours. And they still taste marvelous. Now, of course, the red onion, blah, blah, blah. You've seen red onion. You're going to put in there The next thing that goes in there is mozzarella pearls. Look at these things. How cool is that? That's really good. And I don't have to cube it. So we'll mix all this stuff up and make our salad and then put the dressing on. Vegetables first, then dressing. Put it back in the fridge. Cold Farro salad. Yeah. Anyway, let's stir this up. Oh look, there's the hashtag. So okay, let's mix this up. There's our farro, all cooked up. We have our tomatoes. Hey, look, a straggler. I'll just eat it. A cup-ish, maybe a cup and a quarter of red onion. That's a cup of olives, and then our pearl mozzarella. This stuff is great. So, and there it is. Let's stir this up, and then we'll add the dressing. Well, it's pretty well incorporated. You know, check it out. Let's add the dressing stirred up and we'll put it back in the fridge. It's got to chill for at least an hour. And by then the ribs should be done. Smell that. Whoa. And there's not much. You don't need a bunch of dressing. It's more for flavor than to make this too soupy. Always get a wide mouth jar. Get your spatula in there. Get that stuff out of there. Alright. Farro salad. Going in the fridge. Oh my gosh. The aroma. You gotta be kidding me. Anyway, I'm going to put this in the fridge. We'll get ready to plate something up. See you. Hey, I know what we can do. Let's go outside and do a flyover on the ribs just before we pull them off the Weber Smoky Mountain. Why not? Okay, the ribs have been off the Weber Smoky Mountain for about 20 minutes. Let's recap. We did Sang stir fry oil and Midnight Espresso. Put them on about 1 o'clock. Right now it's 4:30. Sun's going down. And we ran about 300 degrees ish. And look at that. That ain't too bad. How about one of the skinny ones? My disappointment is like, what is that? But so this is pretty good. So anyway, that's the beef part. That's the rib part of our ribs and a side. I'm going to slice into this, take a couple of pictures with the salad, and then we'll sample it, and there we go. Because this is like probe tender. All right, I already sliced it. Look at that. That's looking pretty good. There's your beef ribs as part of the rib and side challenge. Wait, rib and side collaboration. So there it is. We're gonna eat. Damn. Thank you everybody who is contributing to this collaboration for the ribs and a side. So here we go, beef ribs and with the farro salad, and well, that's not too bad. A little bit of a smoke ring there. Good beef flavor. I mean, come on. If anything, try the farro salad. This stuff is so darn good. I appreciate you all watching, commenting, and tell all your friends, but ribs and a side, thank you very much. We'll see you next time. And in the meantime, eat well.